Did she give you a Blumpkin also?
No, she did not.
Oh,
This story sucks.
she's not that good then, is she?
Are you usually wet and moist in the butthole? Like, is there a cause for sparks, or are you pretty dry up there?
It's pretty dry generally.
Yeah, because your butthole is entrance only, Charlie Ray. Nothing comes out of it.
I bet Mrs. Garrett could crank one off on you, man.
Yep.
With my luck, I'll get Mr. Cosby. I get different shaped light bulbs and I see which ones fit in my anus.
Yeah.
And there's like an added element danger because you know there's a chance it might snap off in there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Frozen, I could just make that so fast. I could make one almost in the same amount of time, and it doesn't
I mean-
have that jizz layer. Remember we talked about this?
Oh yeah,
The gluey jizz layer between the
schnitz keep it together layer.
tomato sauce and the dough, or else it would never work.
Where does the blood come from? I thought it's in like the veins in the dick, not the balls.
The gonads do it, I think. Oh, Jamie's sending us some information here.
Jamie
Wow,
just sent
no.
me a video of Josh touching Charlie Ray's dick with his mouth. Okay,
That's
dude,
definitely not true.
I've already got that video. I don't need to see it again. As a matter of fact, that's the video I used to beat off with before I go to bed every fucking night.
Oh my.
Right? No homo.
Recording in progress.
So you're gonna raw dog without the headset?
Well, I'm gonna have to for this episode, and hopefully by next episode it'll be completely resolved. Not to worry.
But what if you miss some of the stuff we're saying? It's pretty fucking important, dude.
It is riveting stuff. I'll just do my best to focus on what you two morons are trying to say to me.
Two morons who talk about shit. That's us.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Charlie Ray's snacking on a jizz pizza.
It's his favorite kind
I
of
don't know.
pizza and his favorite kind of jizz.
No time to make a pizza on the break. It's just a cheese stick.
Did you jizz on it at least?
I haven't jizzed in a month.
Yeah, not your jizz.
Blank firing jizz?
You can't go into your fridge and just get a bucket of jizz. You don't have that?
I don't have it as a dipping sauce. It's not one of the options at McDonald's.
You can't go to McDonald's. You just got to ask people at work.
Hey, you save yours up, right?
Yeah, I have to.
Jar it up.
How else am I going to make? Oh shit. Hold on. I have an Urban Dictionary.
Of course you do.
It's called the Dirty Jack.
Okay.
What do you guys think it is? Charlie Ray, go. Dirty Jack.
The Dirty Jack.
At first, I would think it's something to do with a car, right? With the jacking up a car, but it doesn't. It has nothing to do with it.
It's when you dip your hand in a jar of Nutella and then use that as lubricant to jerk yourself off.
Ah, that's hot. Hopefully, you're not allergic.
Hey, hazelnut and nut,
That might make you a little bit more excited, though.
peanut butter and ladies.
Dirty Jack for Josh?
So Dirty Jack is the guy that Diddy hired to clean up some of the aftermath of the parties that he has, the freak offs.
Nice. So, according to Urban Dictionary, Dirty Jack, and like I said earlier, hey, I got something for that. And what were you guys talking about?
Jizz?
In dip cups
Jizz?
for
A jar?
dipping things, right?
Oh, dip cups, yeah.
All right. So, a Dirty Jack is when you bust a nut over your limited edition Samsung smart fridge. So, your warm cum drips into the ice container, and then you invite your neighbors over to watch a baked beans spin on the floor, and then they grab some ice to cool their assholes off because they have accidentally sat on the baked bean. But instead of rubbing ice on their asses, it's warm cum. So they all get pregnant and shit out a small African child, even though none of your neighbors are African.
That is a
Wow.
brutally long explanation.
Right? But I wonder what a baked bean is. Right? So you watch a baked bean spin on the floor, and then when you click on baked bean, do you know what you get, Charlie Ray?
A small turd?
I have no idea.
So a baked bean, according to Urban Dictionary, is a stoned Mexican.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's fucking racist as fuck. And that's
So,
hilarious.
so you invite your neighbors over just to watch them spit on the floor?
And how does the Mexican turn into a small African child?
I guess the guy spinning on the ground, the baked bean, the Mexican spinning on the ground is probably creating friction from the spinning, right? And the rubbing. So when your neighbors come over, they sit on the baked bean. So they sit on the guy that's really warm from spitting on the ground. And then they need to rub ice on their assholes because it's hot. So they grab ice from your ice cube tray, but it's really frozen cum. And then from there, they accidentally get pregnant.
Do you think there's actually
Okay.
people that jizz in their ice cube trays so that people unwittingly drink your jizz?
I don't really want to admit to it, but maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
God, remind me
probably.
not to
I
use the ice machine.
I wouldn't put it past anybody at this point for anything of any sort.
Yeah, but wouldn't you notice it when the ice cubes finally melt and there's like chunky aloe type stuff in your drink?
Maybe they make iced coffee with it. They're like, "Oh, it comes with creamer."
I don't know. I think a very astute woman would probably taste it and be like, that's not an ice cube. I know exactly what
I
that
know what
is.
this musty substance is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It smells like ammonia.
Smells
But I
bleach.
mean, it was
A
almost connected to the dip cup of semen, right? Like an ice cube tray of semen.
little bit. I could see the connection.
It is kind of weird though, like because I had that term, that definition in front of me, and then Charlie Ray started talking about his dip, and you started talking about cum. It just seems weird that it was all connected without any planning whatsoever.
That is weird.
That's how good we
That
are.
is that is what you call serendipitous.
Almost like it was planned that way.
Yeah.
I feel weird without my headphones.
You feel naked? Do you feel
Yeah,
like
something's
really?
wrong.
So what are you gonna do about it, other than cry, obviously, and hopefully a man solves your problem?
That's not working. I guess I'm
Having
not going to do anything.
having a man solve your problem?
Men don't solve my problems.
Uh-oh.
Men cause his problems.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Double uh-oh.
Terrible.
Uncle Jesse would never cause you problems.
Well, you're right about that.
Uncle Jesse would treat you as a tender lover.
He'd talk to me about my life situation and he'd be like, "You don't need to smoke weed, Josh."
What, like an episode of TGIF? Like where
Like an episode of Full House, and like
yeah.
all the tender music would start playing, and be like do 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 do, and he'd be like, "Sit down here, pal."
So he wouldn't be mad or judgmental. He would just tell
Oh,
you there's a better outlook for you if you throw the
yeah.
weed away.
And he'd probably like invite me to the Smash Club. He'd be like, "This is a totally sober environment for you." And
Wait, what's the Smash Club?
the Smash Club is like kind of like a youth sort of a music club that he started in the later seasons,
Really?
where everyone could go and dance and like eat pizza and drink sodas and still have a really good time, even though they were all abstaining from alcohol.
So in those sodas, you think Uncle Jesse jizzed on his Samsung fridge and filled those ice cube trays?
I think he might have, yeah.
Full House was such a good show.
Oh, it was so ahead of its time.
Uncle Uncle Jesse was the shit.
You never did watch
And
Dr. Odyssey, did you, Josh? With
No,
Uncle
I didn't.
Jesse.
It didn't sound interesting to me.
That's okay. What if I told you he played a gay man in it? Would that interest you?
It
Because
wouldn't
then,
interest me, and nor does it surprise me.
yeah, but it should interest you if you're in love with Uncle Jesse.
I don't know if it's more of a love thing or an infatuation.
Well, either way, gay Uncle Jesse gives you a better chance than non-gay Uncle Jesse.
I think I'd rather he's not gay because then
You got to contend with Rebecca, and she's so hot, dude. You don't have a chance.
I love Rebecca too.
You think Jesse's going to choose you over Rebecca?
I might choose Rebecca over Jesse if I'm honest.
Well, I believe you. Like, I believe you.
She was unbelievable.
Yeah.
speaking of series, as I started watching this show, and I'm not sure what to think of it so far. And it's a Canadian show called Corner Gas.
Yeah. I've never seen it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Looked boring.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've thought. I've watched 3 episodes and I'm not really getting it, so I'm not really planning on watching more of it. And I'm just like, this seems rather boring.
No one was getting laid like your gas station escapades.
That's true.
Well, it's hard to beat that.
That's
So
what she said. Your baby dick.
it wasn't hard to beat that. She beat it just fine, allegedly.
All right, I want you guys to imagine a situation where you're married. Can you take yourself there?
Yes, I'm back in hell.
Okay, no, but you're happily married. Do you remember that?
Oh, oh, no, I don't
It was a
remember
brief
that.
time, yeah.
Yeah. No, Charlie Ray, you said you were never happy married.
No, I was happily married
I
for
mean,
a
we all know the
while.
women were unhappy, right? That's how our situations all were.
Well, according to them and practically any woman who I've ever talked to that's divorced, yes, that's true.
Yeah. So anyway, imagine yourself in a situation where you're in love, the love of your life. You're married and you have a kid or two, and the love of your life gets into this horrific car accident and her face melts off, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
would you rather stay married to that woman after she gets a face transplant, but the only donor is your recently deceased mother? So, your mother's face is now sewn onto your wife's face.
At least it's not Javier Bardem.
Well, I was gonna say, or would you rather Javier Bardem is the only person who could use his face as a recently deceased Javier Bardem? He's the only donor. Who would you rather be married to?
I take mom
I'll take Javier.
Oh, Charlie Ray, would you still make love to your wife? Missionary?
in the dark.
No. She likes the lights on. She likes it kinky.
No, that part of the requisition for us to stay married after the face melting is that we're only making love in the dark.
What if you're walking through the mall holding your hand and people who know both you and your mom mistake that woman for your mom and they're like, what the fuck is happening there?
Well, they obviously know it's not my mom because they know she died if they knew me.
Okay. And
So
Josh, you're gonna pick Javier Bardem?
Yeah. I just want to stare into those big brown eyes.
Are they brown?
I don't know. I think they might be.
his latent homosexual side's coming out, Clay. Don't judge.
No, it already came out with his Uncle Jesse infatuation. We already learned
Well,
about
that's
this.
that's true.
This is known.
I mean, and it's not a bad choice. Uncle Jesse's smoking hot, and he's
Totally.
badass. He's a rocker, drives a motorcycle. Like, he's a cool
Got gray
uncle.
hair.
Yeah, he's got amazing hair.
No, I mean Uncle Jesse's the shit. I mean, come on. I mean, if you're gonna go gay, I mean, do you want to go gay for hamburger or filet mignon? I mean, come on.
Obviously, filet mignon.
He gets all the hottest chicks. Think of the game we could get together.
Exactly. It'd be a threesome, man. Talk about Eiffel Towers for you and me and everybody.
So, in your fantasy, Josh, you're married to Uncle Jesse, but you're out with him tracking down Poon.
Yeah, man. And we're just slaying all the time, and but I'm like secretly in love with him, and maybe he doesn't know about it.
Okay, so you're not really in love with Uncle Jesse. You just want him to be your wingman.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we also get to hook up and stuff
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah, I'm sure he's a tender lover. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called thinking outside the box.
I can come home and tell him all about our dates and stuff. Be like, yeah, I went home with what's her name. It was awesome. Now hold me.
That's pretty quick. That's how it works.
After I go out and cheat on Uncle Jesse, he spoons me.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
Things me
awesome.
sweet fucking Beach Boys songs.
Nothing wrong with a Beach Boys song.
No.
I don't think there is. Even though I could probably only name two.
Two only?
Well, I don't know. Kokomo?
That's one.
That's one.
Rhonda?
That's another one.
Yeah.
California Girls? No, that's Katy Perry. Surfing
Oh,
USA?
Surfing
That's another
USA.
one.
Yeah.
California Girls was one as well,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
California Girls is. Yeah.
Okay, well, I got four. I'm
That-
tapped out.
That's really good. What about Uncle Jesse's song there?
Jesse and the Rippers?
No, they sing a Beach Boys song. He sings it to Rebecca at
Oh,
their
yeah,
wedding.
with the Beach Boys.
But it's a Beach Boys song that he stole for the purposes of the show.
Oh,
Can't,
isn't
I
it with
can't believe.
wasn't he with the Beach Boys on that episode?
Yeah,
I think you got enough out of me when I said Jesse and the Rippers. I think that's the most you're going to get out of me in that situation. I think that's pretty impressive to know and remember that.
Do you know Jesse's two last names that he used during the show?
Consopolis,
Yeah, but what name did he have when he first joined the family?
Jesse. Shh, don't tell your dad, girls, but this is a penis.
Jesse Cochran.
Huh.
And then he
Cochran?
found out later on that he was Greek and that his last name was Katsopoulos, and then he legally changed it.
Really?
Really?
I think you know more than you ever let on.
Well, I
I
should
think
know a lot about the show. I'm in love with the guy after all.
Yeah, but I thought maybe it was just an infatuation with Uncle Jesse. It wasn't an actually, hey, I know everything about Full House kind of thing, like Charlie Ray and I do with Dukes of Hazzard. Let me tell you.
Well, I'll never know as much about Full House as you guys know about Dukes of Hazzard.
Hmm.
I'm just amazed that the most successfully rich people out of that show were the Olsen twins.
It was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
fucked
they
up, right?
still are.
Yeah. Oh, they're billionaires, basically.
Not bad.
Not bad from little monkey looking kids. I mean, they were not, I didn't think they were pretty at all.
Their younger sister's sure doing well for herself.
No, yeah, yeah, she's doing good too.
I love Elizabeth Olsen.
More than you love Uncle Jesse.
Yeah,
Wow. You heard it here first, know-it-alls.
we're learning
Josh
Wow.
about
Josh
Josh.
might like attractive women more than attractive men. Might.
Mike,
Nothing wrong with that.
moving on. What do you got?
Yes.
I don't have anything. Unless you want to hear another Urban Dictionary.
We do.
Always do an Urban Dictionary.
Okay, remember how the last one was really, really long and for the explanation is like super tedious and just like you got bored after a while? You're like, this is a lot of shit going on for that one phrase.
I'm like, I
That sounds like
forgot
my
all
that
about the
sounds,
first part of the fucking phrase.
that sounds like my last relationship you just described. That whole description of everything was tedious, went on too long.
Well,
No.
this might actually fit in with your last relationship, Charlie, right? It's called
Okay.
a Jerry Cherry. Jerry
Oh,
Cherry.
Oh, I know what
Jerry,
that is.
a Jerry cherry is when you get a sweet young, no, sweet legal aged Bavarian barmaid during Oktoberfest, and she's a virgin, and she lets you yodel her valley.
Wow. You find amazing virgins.
I do.
I've never done anything like this before, but can you yodel into my vagina? And you're like, I fucking love
If
Oktoberfest.
if I'm drunk enough at Oktoberfest, I'll yodel into anything.
Even Uncle
Fucking
Jesse's
even
butthole.
even if Uncle Jesse was bent over a table at the wrong time
How
or
about
the
you,
right
Josh?
time.
Jerry Cherry.
Mary Carey is like a 90-year-old virgin's hymen breaking because she lost her virginity at 90.
Or
Jerry
You
dust
Carey.
cloud.
you are very close. It's just labeled as an old lady's vagina.
Oh
That's
wow.
that's it. Old lady's vagina. I think her name is probably Jerry because in a sentence it's my friend was into older women. He couldn't get enough of Jerry's cherry.
Hmm.
So I think Jerry was probably a elderly woman that somebody dated and their friend talked about their vagina as a cherry.
Wow. That's just wrong.
Sounds dry.
It'd been better if it had been something about a German girl
True.
or Uncle Jesse's butthole. Either way, there needs to be a term called Uncle Jesse's butthole. Kind of like that. You ever played Cards Against Humanity?
Hell yeah, it's one of my favorite games. I
And
consider myself a fucking expert at that game.
do you know what one of the answers that cracks me up every time somebody plays it is?
Daniel Radcliffe's delicious
Radcliffe's
asshole.
delicious butt. Yes, delicious asshole. That's a classic. Yes.
Yeah.
I've submitted my own answers to that company.
And
They never got back to me.
dicks.
I don't know.
I do consider myself an expert in that game.
I'm pretty good at it.
I think we need to design an answers for everything board game. There's really no plot to it. It just meanders around and you never know if you win.
And it's spelled Bored, board game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good idea.
You guys get started on it. I'll help later on.
It's going to have to not only be by country but bilingual since we also have to put French in there. So,
Well, no, we don't want the podcast going through Canada because then Trudeau can control our
I
media.
know. I know. No, no.
So for all
No.
intents and purposes, this is owned by Charlie Ray.
That's right. It's a U.S.
Absolutely.
corporation.
That's right.
It is. The Answers for Everything is a subsidiary of Regstat LLC, which is an actual corporation I own.
I also own a corporation, but it's Canadian, so I don't want to put anything under it that is media based.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I own nothing and I'm soon to be homeless.
Oh, that's right. You
Oh,
have
are
until
you
March?
serious?
I got till May.
May. Okay, I remember it was an M. I was
And
like,
then I'll be recording from my minivan.
I mean, I've
Why?
recorded out of a car before. It's fine.
What's
It's
going
fun.
on?
Well, the market here is so expensive because we brought 4.5 million immigrants in. So there's
Yeah,
nowhere to rent, there's nowhere to work. Food and groceries cost more than anyone can afford to pay, and I have to move. So that's where I'm left.
but you still got your job, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
It's
but
too
I'm
bad
not
you.
going to spend half of my income to rent a place. It doesn't
Oh,
make sense.
they jacked your rent up real high. Yeah.
My
It's too bad.
rent's cheap. It's just to rent anywhere else is going to cost me so much money that I'm not interested in doing it. So I'm going to figure another way around it.
Too bad you don't have those keys for the train yard anymore. You can like live in those little rooms that were everywhere along the
I
train
dream
track.
about it every night, buddy. I'm thinking maybe I'll be able to find something like that or like a little chunk of land that no one's looking at, like some crown land, and I'll just find somewhere to hide my van and then slowly build like a little place.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
you could always move out this way.
Unfortunately, I can't because my kids are here, so I'm stuck.
Hmm. Only until they're all 18, right?
Well, until they're all 21, basically,
Ooh,
because my kids are all going to college.
that's good.
Yeah, unlike me.
Well,
Oh, we need to
that's
work on
good,
a
man.
place for you to live.
I'm not worried
I don't
about
know.
I'll find my way.
You're not worried. I would be
Yeah.
terrified. Good for you.
Why?
I don't know. I worry about shit like that.
I'd be terrified too. I mean, Lord knows if I had to actually go out and pay market level for living, because my living situation here, we're off of a mortgage from like decade back plus,
Yeah,
so our my actual house payment, not including the taxes and everything else on top of it, is like $500.
that's crazy.
$525. Yeah. And the house, this was on a mortgage for like 100 grand. This house is worth like almost 300 grand now. Like I couldn't even afford to buy the house I'm living in if it was sold at market value. It's like, yeah, I'm holding on to this thing with like a fucking iron fist and fucking dick clamps or something. I don't know.
The
You
house
and
I'm
your
sitting in is
fisting
worth
and
well
dick
over a
clamps.
million dollars.
What's that? What's that, Josh?
The place I'm sitting in right now is worth well over $1 million.
Wow. Yeah. But
Welcome
that
to
being
BC.
said, that being
Easy, man.
said, I mean, really, where I live, I mean, I don't want to say it's a dump, but it's kind of a dump. I mean, it's an old house that's not improved or anything. I mean, I'd rather live in a nicer, newer place, but I sure as fuck don't want to pay for it.
Yeah,
So I've adapted to, you know, just being fucking poor,
just
you
staying
know.
put.
I mean, I'm not poor. I got cash. I just don't want to spend it on, it's like I have three cars that I put, probably $1,000 or so every year into repairing to keep running. So I have my little platoon of cars going. Every car is like 20 to 25 years old. And it's like, I like to have a nicer, newer car, but then I go, do I want a $600 a month car payment plus $200 a month
Fuck no.
insurance versus $200 for both my vehicles for insurance for 6 months and for liability and no, I don't care. It's like look, the rest of my life isn't going to attract a female, so why would I worry about having a fucking kick-ass car? It's stupid. It's like putting rims on a fucking shit box, It's like, what's the point?
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in life, I'm just trying to, it's like I think about this. I'm like, I could put a lot of money into this house, but I'm probably only going to be alive another 20. years, you know? It's like why invest a lot of money into a house so somebody else can enjoy it? I mean, I might as well spend that money on shit that I enjoy. Somebody else. Besides which, I always look at it that people spend money like, oh, I'm gonna fix up the house, you know, so it's good for selling. And then you watch these house hunter shows, and everybody comes in and they're like, that sucks, change this, change that. I'm like, what's the fucking point? It's just a waste of money, you know?
Yeah, customizing a house like I've done here, it's not good for resale value, I don't think.
No, because everyone has
No,
different tastes, right?
but
Well, I mean, I
but
guess I got my customized toy room, but those shelves and that can all come down, then it's just like a storage room or a little office. But I mean, my tile, my hardwood, my paint, my two decks in the backyard, poured concrete beside the house, a hot tub, I think all those things are appealing. There's nothing weirdly customized in my house. Just my paint schemes are a little bit different. But I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
people repaint
yeah.
anyway when they move in, right?
usually.
Every time. But the
Yeah.
point is this, is if you end up living there a long time, not being one of these people who habitually move, then the point is you're not really worried about resale. I mean, yeah, you're worried about it a little bit, but the point is to live there and enjoy it, right? I mean, that's the
Yeah.
point,
Well, I want to get a
you know?
sauna built in
Oh,
my
goddamn.
backyard. So, because I've got the hot tub.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I would
Fucking
like to
dude.
get a just concrete poured for the walkway to the sauna, so that way when it's minus 40 out, I literally have to walk outside in like the fucking 2 foot snowdrifts to get into the sauna room. And I think that would be pretty fucking cool.
Dude, build it big enough and get into fucking hot yoga, dude. Trust me. You'll fucking love it.
Will I?
What I want to, yeah, I mean,
I
what I
don't
want to do
like being
is,
told what to do. So how about you fuck
oh, well,
yourself?
okay, fine, that's fine.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like I just killed the podcast. I was just kidding.
Wow.
I mean, I
Wow.
don't like being told what to do, but I'll try things because
Do
I
it
like trying
anyway.
things.
Yeah, you know, try it. Tell you what, I'll just say this: if you do build the sauna when you do build it,
Yep.
try to do a design so that it's like what I want to do is I want to build the sauna big enough. But I either want to have, in your case, it wouldn't make sense because of your weather conditions. In mine, it wouldn't be too bad because I'd be building it in a corner of my basement. I'm going to have a bench that I can bring in or bring out so I can have it big enough and wide enough that I can do yoga in there and be able to have the space for it without making it
Okay.
huge. Or I'm gonna build benches into the wall that you can like fold up and like you know like have a little wooden like latch to hold it
Yep.
against the wall and then have it come down. That way I can have the big flat space. I just need it big enough that I can stretch out to do all the yoga positions. I mean, I'm not planning on having like three people in there all trying to do yoga at one time. It's just gonna be for me.
Yeah.
But
Well, mine wouldn't
but
be for more than like two people to fit in it, right? Or three people if
yeah,
you have two friends over. But I just wanted
yeah.
in the corner of my backyard. I got this corner that has an old rock garden in it. And it's all flat on the top. There's two fences like on each side, like in a corner, so you can build to that. I think
Hmm.
it would look kind of cool back there. And then, yeah, walking through that snow, I think is kind of a neat thing with my towel or whatever. And just,
Oh baby.
yeah, you like that?
Oh yeah.
I'll set up some live webcams out there so you can watch it.
Watch you do hot yoga.
That's hot, right? Mm,
Yeah.
daddy
No,
likey.
I am all for sauna and people doing sauna. I think it's a good idea, and I think you would enjoy it. So,
And I don't think it would be detrimental to resale value because people would be like, holy fuck, he's got a sauna in the backyard and a
Oh,
hot
and
tub.
a hot tub. All I need is a
no.
cold plunge.
Well, I mean, what do I have outside?
I was
I've
gonna
got
say half the year you
three
just
fucking feet
hop
of
out.
snow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
screw it up.
yeah.
I've got cold plunge
Uh,
right away. And
Not
it's like,
exactly the same thing.
and it's powdery snow. It's not rock hard snow, snowball snow. It's like fucking dust. You like sink right into it.
I was gonna say cold plunge. Isn't that when you're working at the mortician's office and you're just like, oh,
I
little
don't know.
cold plunge.
Check Urban Dictionary for cold plunge. See what it comes up with.
When Clay's impregnating the fridge ice cubes.
It's better than impregnating a woman and having babies.
That's for sure.
No, no babies.
I've already done that twice that I know of.
3 times, well, 4 times technically.
For impregnating?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You impregnate someone twice?
I impregnated my wife 4 times,
Really?
but we lost one.
Where'd you lose it? No, I'm fucking with you. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Do you have
Got over it a
feelings?
long time ago. Yeah, I have feelings.
So when you lost baby, was it still inside of her at the time, or was it like
Still inside, it went like 5 months.
I can't imagine. I mean, it sounds terrible.
It wasn't fun.
I mean, probably more terrible for her because her body had to go through all the changes and then have the
100%.
yeah, I can't fathom like when I see childbirth, it's just like, yep, lady, you're a superstar. Good for you. I can't imagine. Holy fuck, how'd you do that?
Exactly. You're like, how the fuck?
Yeah, you're a
That'd
fucking
be so
superhero.
terrifying waiting for knowing that it's going to happen too. You're like, okay, I got like another 2 months and then I have to fucking pass this thing.
Yeah. And then when I look at the vagina, I'm just like, I look at the vagina, then I look down at my dick. I was
You're
like,
like,
there's no
how?
way I can please you. You could
Especially
have
with your
fucking
micro penis.
right. You could fit a baby out of there. My dick is the size of a pin needle. Like this thing sucks.
I thought you were gonna say there's no way I'm gonna pass a baby through my dick hole. So,
Well, not my dick hole, but maybe if I was built like a normal man.
uh, hey, speaking of childbirth, do you ever watch Saturday Night Live?
I do watch Saturday Night Live, but I haven't watched it like continuously for a very long time, but I like watching clips of it now. I don't
Okay,
have an hour and
well,
a half of my life to dedicate to 50 minutes of
no,
funny, and an hour and a half show is
of
very, very
bullshit.
long when there's not a lot of
Yeah,
funny stuff on it.
no. So last night they did the episode where the two people on the anchors like they write jokes for each
Yeah,
other, and
yeah, yeah.
the other person has no idea what they're gonna
And it's
say.
always about Scarlett Johansson.
And so
Always.
Scarlett Johansson was there, and Michael Che wrote this for Colin Jost to read. He's reading it. He's like, in whatever recent news, Arby's is closing down a bunch of roast beef sandwiches, but I haven't had any problems with that since my wife had a baby. I've had plenty of roast beef or something like that. And they cut to her, and she says like, "Oh my fucking god," or something like that. And then the next thing he goes, "Just kidding, honey. I don't go downtown." It's just fucked up.
Yeah, Michael
But
Che is
yeah,
fucking genius with it.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
love how he always makes Colin Jost be racist with it too.
Oh yeah. He's like something. Our kid is black as hell or
Yes.
something
And
like
he's like,
that.
why would I say this? Why would I say
Yeah,
this? Yeah.
yeah. It was pretty good. I don't know where I was going with this. I'm lost now. Oh, we're talking about what were we talking about? Oh, resale
Saturday.
value in saunas. Yeah. So yeah. I am all for everybody having a sauna. I think Finland got it right when they have, I think it's like one sauna works out that they have so many saunas. It's like one for every two people in the country or something like
Hell
that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I actually think that my personality would be possibly more suited toward the northern areas. The concept of people just like not talking unless there's really something important to say. I like that.
Says the guy who's on a podcast talking about useless shit regularly with his
Yeah,
other two partners who talk about useless shit.
I was gonna say,
yeah, yeah.
But
Maybe not.
you're helping people. This is
I
advice for people.
I am helping people. Although our trucker friend said he liked the morons talking about dumb shit or what was the title? What were we doing again?
Morons talking about stupid
About,
shit.
talking about stupid shit.
And
Yes,
yeah,
morons
the
talking
title
about stupid
sequence, the
shit.
music changed and there were clips inside, and he's like, "Yeah, I really like the little difference."
We're gonna have to have side podcast. The exact same thing. It's just we just call it that. Same kind of shit.
Yeah,
Not really a difference.
do
You
five
know
or
what?
six of them a year or something.
You know what I need to do? I need to download those episodes and then download like pick a couple of like your favorite episodes and I'm gonna take those morons and I'm gonna run a test with some advertising. Just throw a few dollars out there and like kind of push those and see which one gets more attention. You know, maybe we should become morons talking about stupid shit. You know,
maybe.
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 Maybe
I
it's
don't
a more
know.
sellable name.
Yeah, huh? What's that, Josh?
Maybe it's a more sellable name.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, I don't know. What do you think if you heard those two names? Which one stands out to you more?
Well, I
I
think
like
answers.
retards talking about retarded shit better.
Yeah, but that might not fly with almost
Well, we
anybody
can't use
currently.
retarded, but
Yeah.
Currently,
uh,
Well, we could. It's
yeah.
just
of course
wouldn't
we
list it.
can't really use shit very easily.
No, you can.
But
People don't mind using asterisks in titles.
no, that's true.
right? You know what the word is. You know, you do S pound sign I exclamation mark. People know what the fuck it
Yeah,
is.
totally.
Just
They're
call our
used
show
to it looking like
just,
that.
just call our show ass fuckers with the asterisk in it. We might get a huge gay following. I don't know.
Come guzzling fuck faces. Just throw an asterisk in there somewhere.
Terrible.
In the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Like fuckers.
Like the last S. The
Asterisk
last S is a
RS.
asterisk. Come guzzling motherfuckers. Asterisk.
Uh,
Like I don't understand why they're not
uh,
uploading our shows anymore. What happened?
I don't understand why Josh left the show.
I don't
Why
know. I
why
feel
did
like
Apple delete us? Why does Alexa not find my podcast? I don't understand what's
Apple.
happening.
What's the name of your show? Apple eating horse fuckers. Yes.
Yeah, but there's an asterisk. It's okay.
Well,
There's an asterisk.
And then just in
Oh,
brackets, retards.
yeah. Okay.
I
All
think this
right.
is just a prelude to the Christmas episode because we're laughing a lot right now and it's going to get even better next week.
I
hell yeah.
don't know.
Couple
I feel
days.
like I feel high and I haven't had anything, so
How about you,
don't know what to
Josh?
think
Yeah,
about
me
that.
neither.
Ah, you're lying.
There it is.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get super high on Christmas
You
Eve
know,
though.
here is something to talk about we haven't talked about. Have you been following all these fucking like UAPs or UFOs or drones or whatever the fuck's going on down here in the United States?
The
Have you
thing
been
in
reading about
Jersey?
that shit at all? Huh?
The thing in
Well,
Jersey?
actually, it's in other places. It's happening in Nevada. It's happening in
Happening everywhere.
California. It's happening everywhere.
Nope.
Okay.
You think it's aliens?
It's China.
No, I don't think it's aliens.
That's the same guy that did crop circles?
I mean, God damn it!
Um,
Ever since they probed me a couple of years ago, they never came back. I feel so unappreciated. I'm like,
Well, they just figured, holy fuck, we have a vial full of AIDS. Let's not go back there.
yeah, they did.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Charlie Ray doesn't actually have AIDS, in case the listeners are wondering. And
that
I
we
should
know
know
of.
because I make love to him all the time and I'm clean as a whistle.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, but since we do the double Dutch rudder thing, it's kind of like no contact.
Oh,
No, you
hey,
guys are raw dogging it. I know about it.
I don't understand what a condom
Jamie
is.
sent me videos.
It's got to be raw dog. Why would you wear a condom?
Disgusting.
What's a
Right?
what's a Canadian condom?
A Canadian
A
condom
piece
is
of
when you
saran
use
wrap.
the bag from the bags of milk as a condom.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Does
Hey, those
Charlie Ray know about bags of milk?
I don't know about that, but I do know that I
what?
want to bang the shit out of Katie from fucking Letterkenny. So,
Okay, Google Canadian bagged milk.
oh wait a minute, we've talked about this before.
Have we?
I think so. It's like you guys just have fucking milk in bags. Like what
Well, I
the
mean,
fuck?
I used to see that as a kid when I lived in BC, but then I just stopped seeing it altogether forever. And now apparently I heard that it's still the East Coast does it.
Is Ontario East Coast? I don't know
Yeah, Ontario would be
provinces.
East side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ontario. Yeah, it's a kitchen staple in some parts of Canada.
Yeah.
Uh, Mostly sold in Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritime provinces, but it isn't sold in many of the other ones.
Yeah. But as a kid, we used to
Um,
have that in my fridge in British Columbia.
Me too. But I don't get it anymore.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
yeah,
Like,
We even had one of the holders, like a proper
yeah, it's
jug
like
that,
an
oh,
oval shaped
yeah.
jug. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what we had too.
yeah.
How fucking
And
weird is that?
we
And
would
you put
mix
the
it half and half with powdered milk to save money.
I don't know if we did that. I was probably too young to think about that. Maybe my mom did. I don't
It
know.
was
You mean,
disgusting.
you mean you don't just keep a cow out in the backyard and just grab old Bessie and squirt a couple in your coffee and
That's how it
go?
worked at my grandparents' house, but
I just suckle
Man,
upon it. I don't even like have a cup of coffee. I just go there and suck on the nipple of Bessie.
ooh, the nice hot nipple.
Yeah, you guys like that, right?
Sure.
I like
Yeah.
hot nipples.
Yeah. So, do you like girls with like little tiny teardrop nipples or long nipples?
I like both.
Ooh,
I
I
like
like
all nipples.
I like nipples. All right, cool. We're
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
same page.
Yeah. Although I've never had a girl that had like really long nipples, man. I saw I think a
I
Playboy with like Patty Davis in it, and she had like these fucking pencil erasers that looked like balloon animals. I mean, it's like Jesus Christ, like
You,
you
you're
know.
like
I
I
mean,
could actually give head to that nipple like it's a dick. That's how big
exactly.
it was.
Yeah.
You
But
totally
like
rub it on your nose.
But like this person
You
that I might
pinch
be
it and
doing this
flick it.
massage with, like the whole end of her breast is like her areola. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
it's just like this like that big around. I'm
I
like,
like those
Jesus.
giant nipples too.
I'm in.
Jesus Christ, it's like a fucking flapjack.
Pepperoni nipple.
I'm in. Because I like boobs.
I'm the marmalade king.
Here's why talk about go back to bagged milk. Here's why that
Charlie Ray, that was like 8 episodes ago.
I know.
We've been recording
It's
for
be,
at least 7 minutes right now.
7 minutes.
it's because they don't have to pay a deposit for recycling. That kind of
Ah,
bagging. And so uh and so they'd have to implement a deposit or recycling systems, but if they sold them as bagged milk, they wouldn't have to do that. And so this was, and they were, and they this came about back before plastic jugs, when before plastic jugs really took off. So
so,
I like
Josh,
plastic jugs.
Josh.
yeah,
Yeah, I've never played with plastic jugs, but I've always wanted to.
Me too.
well, just find a girl that's got big silicone boobies
That's
that's
just it. I
playing in
mean, I haven't
plastic
had the
jugs.
opportunity.
You know what? I haven't either. I have had a girl that I had sex with that had fake titties. I'm not really a fan. I like them natural, even if they're smaller. I prefer them natural. You know.
I don't know because I never got to play with those ones.
Well, I was going to get
Small,
some. They
natural.
have this thing. They have this thing called nudicles. I was going to have my balls replaced. Just get these big, huge things that clack. So when I'm banging, all you hear is clack, 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 clack. And you're like Hercules, Hercules.
Back to the bagged milk, strangely enough. I'm going to ask Josh a question here. I know what we did in my house, but I'm going to ask you, did you guys just put the container, fill it with that bag and cut the tip off to pour the milk out? Or did you
Ow.
open the container and pour, or how do you put it? Open the container and pour it into that jug and just use the jug as like a juice container. Does that make sense?
What we would do is we would slide the bag
Yep.
into the holder and then snip the very end. But
And the
once
other
that
end.
was when that's when we were living high off the hog, so to
Yeah.
speak. When we in poorer times, when we were mixing the powdered milk with the regular milk, you'd have to add water and
Yeah.
stuff. So then we would just put it in a jug.
Yeah, we would cut both ends of the bag. That way you'd have the airflow, so when you pour the milk, it would just pour out freely,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Because
you just do a smaller cut on the
yeah,
other
right. You know,
corner.
like when you do your juice, you open up a juice container, you have to put some holes in it. That way, when you pour it, it doesn't go glub,
You get a nice
glub,
pour.
glub, glub.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Now I remember it selling in 3 bags,
I don't
right?
remember.
3 bags inside of another bag.
No, no memory of it. I think my container was
Okay.
green, like an olive green, if I remember correctly. That was our milk jug container for the bagged milk when I was a kid.
But you don't remember how
Did
the bag came.
No, I don't even remember what house I was living in with the bagged milk. I lived in three
Oh, I
growing
do.
up, three different houses. And if it happened in the first one, I was fucking young, young. And
Was it the house that you got molested in, or was it the
I
other
didn't
one?
get molested in the house. It was the neighbors across the street with the kid shoved his wiener in my face.
Oh, right,
Yeah, I
right,
didn't get molested in my house. I got molested in his house. And I
right.
didn't I didn't go through his fridge, so I have no idea what kind of milk he drank, but I know what kind of milk he wanted me to drink.
Speaking of molested, have you ever seen that Bobby Lee clip where he's talking about being molested by the
The down
Down syndrome
yeah.
person, and everybody starts laughing, and he gets all pissed off.
Yeah.
And he's like, it happened every day, and they were like, "Why'd you keep going back?" Or what
And then, like, you couldn't avoid it.
yeah, like just don't go over there, or
It's
whatever they
it's
say.
almost like
Okay,
the Down syndrome guy was standing in the way for this back alley where Bobby Lee had to walk home from school and he had to get molested in order to make it home.
what the
Reason.
fuck? I guess I'd just be a fucking nomad, Like, have you seen our child?
That's not true. You would go through that back alley and then you would turn around and go back through that back alley. Oh, you're here again? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Going between molestation and milk. Here's another question about milk. But you had milk in cartons too, right? You had
Yeah,
milk in cartons?
yeah.
That was rich person milk.
Did you ever have like a plastic, like a square plastic thing with a handle that you'd put the cartons in? My grandma had one of those. It was like a
No.
carton holder.
No.
I thought it was the coolest thing, and she's the only one I ever saw that had one. It's probably from the 1950s or something. It was fucking old as fuck, but I remember it in the 80s. So it was like a square, like a frame, and then it had a handle on it, and you just put the carton of milk down in it. So then when you were doing it, you could just instead of holding the carton, you'd hold the handle and you'd pour it.
A 1 liter or a 2 liter?
It's just I don't know. It was like a just I don't know. It was like a regular carton of milk. It was a bigger size. It wasn't the small ones. I mean, it was like a like
So
a probably at least a liter. It's probably a gallon. Probably a half ga or a half gallon. It's
it'd be
probably
a
a half
half
gallon. It's
gallon
a
because a
half gallon.
gallon's like the big
Yeah,
plastic
a
jug with a
gallon would be
handle.
a big one, but it's the half gallon carton. Yeah, I don't know. It's been years since I've seen carton milk. Unless it's like the little small, like chocolate milk or
Yeah.
white milk or whatever for like lunches and shit. Uh, but yeah, the intricacies of milk.
Milk of magnesia
Who would
Yeah.
have thought this episode would center around bags of milk? How fucked is that?
and nipples. That's where the milk comes from.
You know we're gonna get to nipples eventually.
Well, yes. I want to do like a drive-by where we just go by and like instead of balloons, we like fucking hit them with bags of fucking milk. Like just like fucking drive-by milking. Just pop, 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 pop.
That'd be
Dude,
expensive.
you
Oh yeah,
started
it would be.
you
It
started
would
telling your
be.
story, and I was expecting you when you said drive-bys. I was like, drive-by nipples? Where the fuck's this guy going
Yeah,
with
that's what
this?
I was waiting for. Like that's illegal, I think.
You can just like line girls all up along the side of the road with their breasts out, and you just kind of go by in a car with your tongue out, and it's like all the
I
way
guess
down the
nobody's
whole
gonna
on the
charge you
whole
with sexual
list.
harassment if you do that.
First, you got to soak them down with milk, though. So, like, super soaker drive-by,
Yeah.
wet t-shirt contest with milk, and
I'm
then
doing
another
yeah.
drive-by with the tongue.
My next wet t-shirt contest that I conduct will definitely be with milk and super soakers. Just
Uh, And you can get the bags of milk and say it's sponsored by Canada.
ooh, ooh. No, Trudeau might not like that. That might be something masculine.
Make sure it's a hot, sunny day so the milk starts to go bad.
No, he'll never leave. He's like a bad fart trapped in a jar. He'll never
There's
leave.
no such thing as a bad fart trapped in anything. It's always a good
I don't
fart.
know. None of it's a fart you can
As long
sell
as
for
it's your own.
$25 a bottle.
Fuck, I would sell my farts for a nickel. I mean, just let me cover the cost of the jar. I'm good. You can get my fart for free. Just pay for the jar.
Road.
How would you feel if somebody bought a jar that you fart into? How would you feel about
I
that?
would feel like,
I
where can I get more jars and find more people like you?
well, I didn't say me.
How long do you think the smell lasts in the jar?
Because I'd like to make money by farting into a jar. I fart all the time. Might as well get paid.
Might as well jar it
Uh,
up.
It's like
yeah.
beating off. I do it like 3 times a day. I may as well get paid for it.
Just have a wall, like all people see these like a wall of empty jars, and one says like 85, 91. Which one would you like? Oh, this was my summer of pepperoni. These are some classics right here. You could try it. You could try a 97. Make your eyes water.
And that's where everyone stops listening.
Yeah,
Hey, this episode's getting weird. It does feel like Christmas Eve early, I tell you that. This
it
is like
does.
Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve. It's like the eve of Christmas and
Yeah, it is.
Christmas Eve. Yeah.
So do we wind it down? Wrap it up?
Wrap it up
Wrap it up.
Always wrap it
like
up.
we wouldn't
Even
do in real life.
use a Canadian condom.
Which is just an empty bag of bagged milk. What are you tying it? What are you tying the base of it around your? What are you tying?
A rubber
Just
band.
elastic.
Just a rubber band around your wang?
Yeah,
Cock
just on the
ring.
face.
I mean, I've seen it happen. I mean, we told the guy to do it and he did it. And then we got to watch him fuck his girlfriend in front of us. Very cool. I loved being a teenager. Saran wrap in his hair elastic. Yep, not even
It
kidding.
works. It works.
Wow.
Yep. He got
Proud
mad at
moment
us.
in
We're like,
her
hey, man,
life.
you should go fuck your girlfriend. I think he was 15 at the time. We were 16. And he's like, hey, you should go fuck your girlfriend. She wants it. And he's like, I don't have a fucking condom. I was like, you have a hair elastic. There's saran wrap right there. Use that. So his
Like,
brother and I
okay.
took the saran wrap downstairs and we put it on the bed next to the girl. And we go, hey, he's going to have sex with you now. And this is going to be the condom. And we watched him pull off saran wrap, put it on his dick, take his hair elastic out, tie it around the bottom, and he fucked his girlfriend in front of us. It's like, this is the best day of my fucking life. And then not even the next week, retard dick in my face. Oh my God, what a life I
Oh,
had.
man.
Just when you didn't think it could get any better.
Those were your wonder years.
So much other people's penis you saw in that short time frame. You just
Yeah.
fucking then from that point forward, you were just dick crazy.
And then they came out with a TV show, The Wonder Years, and I was like, my life's better than this. I definitely have the Wonder Years going on here.
Getting molested by that guy.
Wow.
Here, watch some of these porn movies. I'll be back. I'm gonna go
Oh,
take a shower.
fuck yeah.
That story's awesome.
That was yeah, I was
Do you see anything
15.
you like?
You see
See
anything you
anything you
like?
like?
Do you have any with girls? I don't really swing that way, man. It's like,
I don't sit that way, young man.
okay. I don't really swing that way. Boy, did I get my
Q.
oil change last night.
Q. Exit stage left,
Yeah.
Mr. Clay.
Yeah, it was
Ah,
exit stage,
gotta
run
be
the fuck out
going.
the back door and go now.
Good thing you got out of there, man.
No, I didn't even run out. I just no, I'm gonna go now. It's like calm and collected. And it's like I really have to ponder this. What the fuck
Yeah,
just happened in my life right
something weird
now?
happened.
Yeah. And why do I have half a chub? There's something wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you considered it.
No, no, I did not.
I can't believe what I'm watching, and I cannot look away.
I can't believe this is all gay. Let me try the next tape.
You're like, butthole. Another
Juicy
butthole.
butthole.
Hairy butthole.
Yeah,
I think I'm sensing a theme.
yeah. No, it was just dudes jizzing on dudes. Like it was like the money shot is where he paused the where he turned
That
off
was his
the
favorite part.
VHS, right?
He loved that
He
part.
had already finished. I assume because I know when I watch porn, when I finish touching myself, what scene it's at. And it was at that scene, but with dudes.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh,
Okay.
yep. Dude, man, what a weird fucking experience. And the word grooming didn't even exist back then.
No, that's just fooling around.
That was just, a guy at work just invited me up to his room to watch a gay porn and come out in a
Just be a
towel.
silly goose.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I would never sue or like, you know what I mean? Like nothing happened.
No,
No.
he was just throwing something your way to see if you were interested in it, you
Yeah, he
know?
was just jizzing on top of his fridge and into his ice cube
Football.
trays, and one thing led to another, and then the 15-year-old boy left his room.
Yeah.
How old was that guy?
What's that?
I,
How old was he?
I was 15. He was probably
Yeah.
late 40s.
Yeah,
oh
see, that's
shit.
fucked up, man.
Okay, that's a little fucked up.
That's fucked
Uh,
up.
just a shy,
No, he's just
you know.
a
I mean,
dude. Just he was just a dude I worked with, and we were both off work at the same time. And he's like, "You want to come up for a beer?" And a 15-year-old getting an offer for a beer, you're like, "Fuck yeah!" And
Fuck yeah, man.
yeah,
Let's take a shower.
yeah. Well, he took a
these
shower. He never
days
invited me
the
for the
first
shower.
thought, yeah, these days the first thought would be, why is a 40-year-old some guy offering me a beer?
Yeah,
That's the first thought.
yeah.
Back then we didn't have those thoughts yet because the newspapers hadn't told us to worry about that shit yet,
That's right. We're
So
much more
yeah,
aware now.
And if they had told me
yeah,
to worry about it, I wouldn't have that wonderful story to tell.
That's true. I'm glad it happened.
Well,
that's true.
I'm more glad it happened because it happened to my friend like the next day, right? Like I didn't tell them about it because I was pondering what the fuck just happened in my life. And I didn't
Yeah.
tell my mom about it. And I tell my mom everything. So I just walked home like, oh, that's really fucking weird. But I'm gonna go to work the next day and I'm just not gonna go back up to the room, right? I'm just
No
Well,
big
yeah.
deal.
I
and
don't
that's
go over
it.
to John's house for a beer.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even, it was like the banquet hall of the hotel restaurant I worked at. He was living up there. They converted it to a little apartment. And
How convenient.
yeah, the next day, well, he didn't have to pay rent. He had to work and didn't pay rent, and he didn't get paid, like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Got a
we're,
break on the rent or
yeah.
whatever.
And so, yeah, the next day when my friends came to pick me up, and I hadn't finished mopping yet. You know how it is, Josh, where you got to finish the sweeping the mop at the end of the night. And I'm still mopping, and that guy's like, "Hey, any one of your friends want to come up for a beer?" And one of my friends was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll go for a beer." And he just looked at me. I was like,
You're
"Yeah, man, go
like,
for it." And he went up there, and I stopped mopping immediately. I went out to the car with my other two friends. I go, "Oh my God, I need to tell you something really quick." And I told the story from the night before what happened, and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here! What, he made you watch gay porn?" I was like, "No, no, no. He said, here, watch these," and they were blank VHS, nothing labeled. I put them in, and it was dudes like blowing their load on other dudes' asses and faces. And then he came out of the shower with a towel and asked me if I saw anything I liked. And I just said, "No, that's cool. Do you have any with girls? Thanks for the beer, but I'm out." And I walked home. And they're like, "Get the fuck out of here. That didn't happen." And then all of a sudden you hear the sliding glass door open at the top of the stairs on the outside. And then my friend runs across the railing and down the stairs. He's like, "That dude is trying to get me drunk and fuck me in the ass." I'm like, "Yes, he is." Friends
Yes,
like,
yes, it is.
"Fuck, that actually happened." I go, "Yeah, I told you it happened."
wow.
But yeah, so it's kind of awesome that not only do I get to tell that it happened once, but that it happened to my friend the very next day. And then that guy continued to work in town. I remember when he worked at the Husky, and he would make us fries and gravy late at night. And then he brought out a little dip like sauce container filled with like a white creamy dip. He's like, that's Chibuki sauce. And Chibuki is the Greek word for blowjob. So, and I knew that because I worked at the Greek restaurant. I was like, so it's blowjob sauce? He's like, yeah, man. So then we ate it, but he
Yeah,
probably fucking came in it, right? Like,
totally. Oh well,
yeah,
you liked it though, right?
I did. No complaints.
Well, there you have it, listeners. Never eat the creamy white sauce.
Yeah. From
between
Chibuki Mike.
between yeah, between your stories and the stories I hear at work from the guy I work with and his story of being on like recreational baseball and softball teams and crazy shit that happened, my life is just 100% made. Yeah, but
Good.
nothing beats Muhaha and the wang in the face. That will never not be funny.
Yeah, it'll never not be funny. A story I get
Yeah.
to tell forever.
Yeah.
You'll
I made a joke about that, about like people get upset about bad things happening. I'm like, look, life is nothing but a series of misadventures, and sometimes you come out on top, and sometimes you don't. And sometimes you trip and you fall face first down a flight of stairs at a fucking party because you're drunk and the whole place sees it. And you think, God damn, that sucked. I was in front of that. But you know what? You just gave every single motherfucker there a story that they
yeah,
can tell the rest of their life. And maybe they'll get laid because you fell down a flight of stairs. No, that actually did not happen. I did not fall down a flight of stairs.
but I bet you
But
there are things in your life you've done. I mean, I tell a
oh,
story
fuck
about
yeah.
you going to that trailer park in the middle of the night so the guy can watch you
Oh,
fuck his wife. Like I tell that story a lot because
oh my
I
God.
would never fucking do that. I would never just go to
Oh,
a seedy part of town where a guy's like, "Don't look at me, don't look at her. When you're done coming, you leave." Like I'd be scared to be
don't.
knifing me in the back and then bury me somewhere.
Me too.
Oh my God. The stupidest shit I did was that. I mean, I showed up. It was like fucking it was like midnight, 1 o'clock. I mean, it was fucking dark ass fucking trailer park. I don't know anybody there. This is like 15 miles from my house. I didn't tell anybody where I was fucking
Right?
going. Nobody knew. I just fucking show up and I like knock on the door and the guy lets me in. He's like, "You so and so?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like,
Get
"Okay,
in here.
here's the deal." He's like, "My wife or whatever, like girlfriend's in the other room." He says, "Don't say anything." He says, she's gonna be blindfolded and you're just gonna be a surprise, like extra dick." And so I go in there, and she's just fucking got a fucking blindfold on, sitting there on a fucking pillow, like she's like got her knees on a pillow, and he basically just fucking it's like I just pulled my fucking dick out, and she just fucking starts sucking me off. I'm just like, I mean, she's good looking, she's decent shape and stuff, and then that went on for a while, and then we transitioned over, and he like put her on the fucking corner of the bed. She's still sucking my dick, and he's fucking her from behind. I mean, yeah, it was fucking crazy. I mean, and he's like, whatever, don't make any sounds. Like I was like pretty quiet even when I fucking came. I just fucking pulled my dick out and just walked out. That was it. Don't know their names. Don't know anything about them. Don't know shit.
And
Total random.
Josh, you have something similar? No, no
No,
retard dick in the face, no Chibuki Mike making you sauce and giving you beers, no random lady sucking you off with a
I
blindfold while her husband fucks her.
I
well, I
forgot
do have
about
a
that.
similar. I do have one story, but I'm gonna save it for Christmas Eve.
All right, I'm down.
Okay.
So yeah, the
Yeah.
next episode that you lovely listeners will hear is all about Josh talking about his story about fucking a retard. No, that's not
Or
it.
something of that nature.
Nothing of that nature.
Something of that nature. It's
Perfect.
a
That's
weird
what
story. You won't want to miss it.
that's what they're looking forward to.
Yeah, yeah, I did some stupid shit in the past as far as like being like situationally. I mean,
I did
like
some stupid shit in the past. Title of the episode right
yeah,
here.
yeah. So I've done some stupid shit in the past. Yeah. So, all
Done,
right. Well,
done and done.
Done and
all
done.
right.
I look forward to Christmas Eve.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So what time are we gonna do Christmas Eve?
I'm off here at 7:30. I'll get home by quarter to 8. Set up at 8 my time.
Okay, that'd be 9 my time. Okay.
And yeah,
Sounds good.
I'll get hold of Dora before that because she said she's down.
Right
Cool.
on.
Yep.
Down to clown.
Also might have a different friend on from his cabin. He said he's going to be
Okay.
drinking solo at a cabin on Christmas Eve, so he might want to participate in our festivities.
Perfect.
Okay,
Yep.
let's hope the internet connection works. Has he got Starlink?
I have no idea what he has, other than
Okay.
a juicy hog.
Oh,
Oh,
well, there you
Right?
go.
well, I guess that's more information than I needed to know.
It's also
Same.
more than the three of us have put together.
Really?
Not surprising.
I think Charlie
I
Ray's
am
hiding a massive
saddened.
dong.
Hey man, if I lose fucking 75 pounds, I'll gain a couple of inches.
Yeah,
So,
Swiss Army
yeah.
way.
That you'll be able to see at least.
Yeah, well they say like for every if you lose 30 pounds, you gain an inch or something like that. So, yeah, a
I'm gonna
couple
lose
inches.
400 pounds. I'm gonna get
Yeah. I'm
3
I'm gonna
inches.
be nothing but fucking a skeleton with a wang. Yeah.
All right, it's good chatting, boys.
Good chatting.
Excellent. Good talking. See you 2 days.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.
And yeah, so the Coke Zero Sugar, not as good. I like the Diet Cokes even better than these.
Oh, that's fucking gross.
Yeah, right?
I can't do it. I try and avoid pop, but it just tastes so good.
It tastes so good. That's why I get these little mini cans. It's
Then,
like
but then you're having like 12 mini cans instead of one regular can.
they look so big in my hand though.
Well,
So
yeah,
small.
sure, why not? I believe you.
Ah, it's wetting my whistle. Good enough, right?
I remember I used to drink like a 6 pack of Coke a day, circa 2007.
Didn't you used to drink a lot of Red Bulls too?
No,
No?
I wasn't an energy drink guy.
I
There was
thought
a
you went
girl.
and got them in the States and then you'd bring them back.
Nope.
Oh, weird.
There was a girl I worked with who said, I bet you can't drink like six in a row. And she went and bought six at 7-Eleven and I pounded all of them back.
Oh, you could have a heart attack, man.
Maybe. If you're like not
If you're a
invincible.
pussy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
No, kids don't drink 6 Red Bulls. Not
Or do
fucking
it to
cool.
prove you're not a pussy.
No, your heart will explode.
Yeah, if you're a pussy.
Everything's cool until your heart explodes. Then it's not cool anymore.